So I have one question for you. Have you bought your car or are you waiting for the budget? Have you bought your house? Have you bought your computer? Do you think the prices of these are going to go up after the budget? So are you just waiting to see what happens and you have no idea whether it's going to go up or down? Well, there are 4 people apart from the finance minister who know what's going to happen. Are these prices going up or down? And they're all sitting right here. The men who know what's going to happen in this budget. Prices. Shekhar, let me start with you. Is it a serious problem? Is inflation out of control? Has it been very damaging for the Prime Minister? Does he have to do something about inflation in this budget?
Well, yes, inflation has become now a kind of a war cry. You know, there's a clamor, and there is inflation. But you know, I think the government has also not quite engaged on the issue of inflation as well as it should have. It has not explained things. It has not articulated the real situation.
But that's basically true about everything is doing. It's not articulating anything.
But you know, because inflation affects everybody, and inflation is also something that's drummed up by, you know, if I may say so, by TV channels, by
the print media. That's the worst.
15 days of onion prices going up. Now, you know, 15 days of, onion prices crashing after that. So government has to talk a lot more.
Surjit, 15-day onion prices going up, food prices going up. Everybody says the middleman is taking all this money. But when it comes down from 80 rupees to 8 rupees, what happens to the middleman then?
Look, this is the story of politicians in India, and it doesn't matter what party you're from. That, take for example, analogous situation with stock market. When it goes up, there is no scam, there is no unfair dealings. But when it goes down, there's got to be a cartel.
Bear cartel.
There's got to be a bear cartel. There's no such thing as a bull cartel.
No.
So, you know, it is...
So same thing with prices, agricultural prices going up, the middleman always is the...
Exactly.
Which is just wrong, is it?
And now, absolutely wrong. And the study
why do you say it's wrong? You mean the middleman doesn't cream off all the excess, high prices?
In order to believe that, Prannoy, and very seriously, you have to believe that basically we are a communist society where, if you will, the market has no role to play. The reason that thing is hogwash is that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of traders, not to mention cultivators, etc.
Millions actually of cultivators, millions and hundreds of millions. So you're saying that too many middlemen, they'll all be undercutting each other. But let me tell you, Onkar, ask anybody in this mall, anywhere, they all believe when agricultural prices, food prices go up, the middleman is making money.
Well, let's take the discussion away from who is making money. I think your original question was, are you worried about inflation? That's what you asked, Shekhar.
Right.
And I am. And let me tell you what inflation I'm worried about.
Right.
You can average out and you may end up with 7% as the government says at the end of the year, the average inflation, or later lower. What I'm really worried about is I think going forward you are going to see key elements, which is vegetables, fruit, milk, fish, meat, eggs. And these are becoming more and more important to a Indian consumer's basket. Not the people here who've always been having it, but increasingly across rural and urban India it's becoming important. We don't have the supply chain. We just cannot get our supplies right, and so we are going to get high prices.
I want to get to a voice of reason now. We've been through, the voice of,
Emotion
up to now the voice of reason. Ila, is it, in a way, let's play the devil's advocate, as a result of prices going up, food prices and vegetable prices, and I agree with Surjit that the middleman is not really the cause of it. He's not pocketing it all. The farmers have benefited. Now we've got 600 million farmers. Is the finance minister and the prime minister being smart? Farmers are happy for once prices have gone up. Land prices in the rural areas in the last 2 years have doubled. You talk to an average farmer, are we all very urban centric? That it's affecting the urban consumer, but actually the farmer is pretty happy about it.
We don't know how well the price transmission takes place to the farmer because there is a lot of wastage. The supply chains are still not very good. So though the farmer will receive some benefits of increasing prices, but I think he should actually be getting much more. And only when he gets much more does the rise in price translate into an incentive to the farmer. And if you have all the supply chains in place, then farmers can respond very easily. In fact, in food prices, in agricultural prices, farmers can respond. The producer can respond much faster than in the non-agricultural sector. Whereas, in this sector, we always say, oh, there's a supply constraint. But here is where the supply constraint can be eased much more easily.